Hello everybody, welcome back to the Sudoku Smash Bros. Tutorial. In this video, we'll be covering the differences and similarities between Marth and Roy. I'll be also doing this in any other games if I do have them, so say like in Smash 4 if I do get it. Also, just a little for insight to the future, the next differences and similarities will be between Fox and Falco. So let's begin. So the similarities between Marth and Roy is that their moves essentially have the same arc, meaning that if you look between their moves, Roy's and Marth essentially look the same, other than the hitboxes or like the animation you can see here. It might look as if Roy has less range or distance, so they all overall look the same to the basically to a T. There's not much difference. The only difference being is that the way the moves interact on every hit, because remember, Roy gets a hit, Marth gets the tip, means that's different. So, another similarity is that they could do is that they can also recover with their side B, there's a side B momentum trick, because of this how the physics works with their side B, meaning both Roy and Marth share the same recovery patterns. Also, they share the same weight class, being that Marth and Roy will die at the same time to say a Fox up smash. However, that does not mean they do not fall at the same speed, because those are two independent things. Meaning that while they might die at the same speed, although they might weight the same, they might fall a little bit faster. As in this case, Roy falls faster than Marth. So let's go to the many differences of which they have, but are not exactly instantly visible to the untrained eye, so to say. So the main differences, as mentioned earlier, is how the moves change via on hits. So be it on lag, the lag every move has, range, or what happens when you hit your opponent. The first thing and the most common thing to show is that Roy's up smash has a longer effect, lasting about 3 seconds when he does it. However, Marth only has an upwards thrust, meaning he only does it once. As it's an example of what they can do. So this will be a lot of just in-depth stuff. In fact, I'll turn on the hitbox thing just so you guys can see how specific, and while you guys might not understand, just simply see how you guys will be able to see and on a better level the differences between these two characters, because they're not as similar as some people would think they are. So let's begin. So the person on player 1 is Roy, and player 2 is Marth. I'll be mostly going over Roy because he's a little less discovered than Marth is, and you'll mostly not play against Roy. You also play against Marth, so you'll learn Marth a lot easier to learn how to play with and against Marth a lot more than you would to play with Roy. So Roy's F smash, down smash, and up smash is slower coming out, meaning Marth will be able to end his F smash or get to the end point a lot faster than Roy can. I don't know if you guys can realize it with the quality, but there is a difference between the speeds of them. And Roy has more lag than Marth after the move comes out, meaning you're dedicating more time to the option, meaning you have less time to act out of it. So Roy's up tilt, forward tilt, down tilts are all slightly slower than the Marth. Also, Roy only has one jab, while Marth has two. On top of that, Marth has more range, as you can see here. If I can just get Marth in range, his jab will cover about this much. Meanwhile, Roy will barely reach Marth and cause no hit stun. As you can see, that was a perfect example right there at distance. So Marth's up tilt with the hitbox is a lot better to follow up on than it would be for Roy, because as you see here, I can up tilt chain on Marth into up airs. Probably tell it's up airs, but I can do that a lot easier on Marth. While for Roy, if I up throw grab Marth, it's a lot hard to do, and because of how his up tilt is, it doesn't add a lot of time for me to juggle him. It's a lot harder with a lot less reward. On top of that, I also mentioned my Roy video. I'll put up an annotation. I mostly could put up an annotation on the start to both of these characters' analysis. If not, I'll put up right now for Marth and Roy. But also, a noticeable difference between the tilts is that Roy's down tilt pops them up at the hilts, meaning he can follow up with the F smash, while it doesn't do it still pops them up no matter what. while Marth always pops him away regardless. Just how far is based if you get the tip or the hilt of the blade. So now onto the aerials. Roy's forward air, neutral air, back air, and up air is all slower than Marth. On top of that, Roy's down air doesn't have a hitbox, a spike I believe to it. If not, it's very weak. As you can see, it's very weak hitbox, and you have to get the direct hilt of it. I mean, it's very hard to do. You can't exactly... that will render the Ken combo impossible for you, which is one of Marth's most important tools to ending off stocks early, which is what Marth wants to do, because after a while, he's just unable to kill out stocks once your opponent reaches 200%. So that would mean that Marth's forward air, neutral air, back air, and up air all come out faster. And of course his down air has the spike hitbox, allowing you to do the Ken combo. There's a lot of other differences, such as Roy's fair doesn't pop people up, it simply pops them away. While Marth's fair, if you get the tip of it, it pops them up. And if you get the hilt of it, it sends them away. Although a lot weaker than Roy's would. So, as I've showed earlier here, Roy's up smash does have a little bit of a hit stun on it. So if you hit your opponent with it, it will last longer than Marth's. Marth, on most of his moves, also tend to be longer. I don't know if you realize it. But Marth's sword is just simply longer than Roy, meaning he has more options to do. Meaning, he has more options, giving him a better ability to just create a wall and good zoning. So, Roy's sword dance is overall not that different, but still has some key traits. As in, his down one, the downward sword dance, is a flaming hitbox, and he cannot do the multi-stab. Or he can, never mind. It's just a lot of different timing, but usually you can end off on a third hit. That is the main difference. Whilst Marth, on the third hit, he has a spike to it, meaning if you're ledge guarding your opponent, if you want to style on them, you can get the spike hitbox on it. So, the final difference, and a pretty interesting difference, is that Roy can hold down his neutral B for a lot longer than Marth can, and also deal damage to himself, however his one-hit KO. As you can see here, I'll start at the same time. Marth finishes and Roy can hold on for a lot longer. However, Roy is a one-hit kill move, meaning if you land the full charge of it, which I'll let charge up now, it will guarantee kill your opponent no matter what. However, you do take 10% in recoil from the move because it is a one-hit KO move, just like Ike does in Brawl and PM. Meanwhile, Marth, it is a lot faster, meaning you can do a lot more often, and of course it's very on it does have the hilt and the tip hitbox. However, because it's a lot faster, you can do a lot more often in ledge guard scenario. On top of that, even though it rarely ever does break shields, it's a lot more reliant to break shields because Roy doesn't do much at short charge, while Marth can do about the same amount if you were to so say, this would be the normal end time for Marth. It'd be 34%, so a fair amount, but Marth at his full charge would do less. However, and just the thing to know is that it is not, if you fully charge your neutral B on either Fire Emblem characters, it does not matter if you get the hilt or the tip, it'll always be either one-hit KO or maximum damage in Marth's case. So see you guys next time. If you have any comments or ideas how I can improve, or what sort of content I can add, please feel free to make a comment on the bottom, and I'll most likely make it my next video. I'll see you guys next time.